Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Immortals Podcast. It's your boy Michael, and
Philip,
yeah. So this is episode 14 of the Immortals Podcast. Today we're going to talk about. Wait, have you watched the last episode of Xmen97?
yes,
Okay, yeah. So today we're going to talk about the last episode of Xmen97. That's Xmen97 episode 9. Yeah. So we're going to get right into it. Philip, the update section. Yeah. So Philip, have you seen? Is there anything new that you've seen, read, sung, done, smelled, jumped that you think is worth giving our subscribers?
right. Okay. So, I've seen, it's been a while since the last episode, and I guess I've seen a bit of stuff. Started watching this new show called Wonderfuls. It's sort of like a K drama, but it's, more action. It's more action and comedy, funny. Would recommend. Uh, yeah. I also read Unholy Blood. Yeah, I started reading it way back in like 2021 something. I
Yeah.
never finished it, so I went back to read from the beginning. Mm,
What?
also a really good read. Yeah,
Yeah. Wonderfuls. I saw like there's this guys I subscribed to your boy Roshi. They like they do reactions, and that's the first time I saw like they were watching Wonderful, so that's why I saw it from. But I haven't like personally watched it or anything.
yeah, yeah, oh, great.
Yeah,
I finished X197. What does I watch? There's a bunch of other stuff I just can't remember right now. I'm going old.
the funny thing about Unholy Blood is when it was like getting released, I was like, I'm going to wait for like it to pile up. I'm going to let it marinate, because the fight scenes were like crazy. So I was like, I'm going to I'm going to wait for it to marinate. And I think it's like less than 100 chapters or something. I don't remember. I remember it's not that many chapters. And then they ended it. I'm like,
Yeah, it's 93.
yeah, I'm like I'm too lazy to read it, and I just never read it.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have liked it better if I read it back then because how should I put it? Because I remember it having like really great art and the action scenes and stuff. And I went back and I was like, huh, it's still great art, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like slop. Like you see those reality quest, Lookism, uh Get Schooled, those like string of webtoons where, the main character or like not the main character, like the characters in the show are like fighting and they're all like 6'5". They're all like you know, you have like eight packs and they're like there's a certain design I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah, but like I still think that like those type of art style is cool though.
yeah, but it's everywhere, bro. Like that's the problem. That's why I call this. It's kind of becoming like slop right now. Like back then, I would have still been impressed, but right now it's like, uh, you know, I just read a website that had this exact same style. It's still cool though, but yeah,
Bro, I also like the way like the girl was ridiculously OP.
yeah. She didn't. I won't say she didn't have any trouble. They tried to create stuff here and there, but um. It won't be as you think it is. Let me say, put it that way. It's still mostly action. Like I want to, romance comes into play, and I want to say that you won't like it because of the romance. But when I think about it, it's still like 90 something percent action. But I still feel like you wouldn't.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I
So
held off on it because of
I
the
know you didn't
romance
because the romance
aspect.
came in like the last 20 chapters, so you wouldn't know about it.
Oh,
But
really? Because I remember when it started, because the prologue was her fighting all those vampires because
yeah,
they killed someone dear to her or something. So like,
yeah,
I was like, and then I don't know if it's the same person she met in the first few chapters, but I remember she met some guy with red hair who was like the vampire, and I was like, oh, so is this going to be like a romance? Like, so like, that's what I
yeah,
don't know if she ended up dating that guy, but like that's what I remember.
yeah. Mm. He's the guy. Yes. I don't know if I'm spoiling, but the actual power I can see was these guys are like they're actually like hinting at romance right now. It wasn't like after the 60th chapter, probably like the 70th, and it's only 93 chapters too, so way at the back.
Mm.
I don't know.
She being a pure blood, she's just like um ridiculously strong.
Uh,
But yeah,
uh, Let me just finish my update session with this because I finished a lot of series, like a lot of pieces of fiction. Like I reached their endings
mm,
this like past week, and I just had thoughts about all of them. Especially after I finished watching this 197. I watched that one, went to read something else and finished it, and I was just like, there was some small annoyance here and there. But you know, what, let's continue. We'll get back to that later.
side out your update section.
Yeah.
Okay, so for my update section, I finished Xmen97. I started reading this new comic book. It's called Supergirl Survive. And the only reason why I started reading was because I saw like someone post on Reddit that like, do you prefer Supergirl if she was a red lantern or a blue lantern? And I was like, I've never seen Supergirl as a blue lantern. So I went to Google. I was like, when did Supergirl become a blue lantern? They're like, yeah, it's a it's a new comic that is like coming out, and it's an Elseworlds story. So it's called Supergirl Survive, and only three issues are out. It's like really good. It's like the latest issue was kind of like iffy. I was like, why did they introduce? Because Mr. Spivlik is like a guy, but they introduced a female Mr. Spivlik, and I was like, first I was like, it's an Elseworld story, so that would make sense. But then the Mrs. Spivlik in the comics was like, she said she had been through like multiple universes and she has seen different characters, but she has not seen like a Supergirl like this. So I was like, wait, if she has been to different universes, then it can't be because like because it's an Elseworld story, because the Elseworld story takes place in different universes, so it has to be the mainline Mrs. Public. So how I don't know, like our fifth dimensional aims like gender neutral or something. Like I don't know, like I'm confused. Like I don't know, it's kind of confusing. So I was like, that makes no sense. But um,
I think he
yes,
can be whatever he wants to be.
I. I don't know. I've never seen anywhere because Mrs. Public has a wife. You know that.
Yeah. What is he so? Are you sure?
Yes,
I don't know about that because there's some people he has like a very obvious crush on. I don't know if his marriage is working properly.
he has a wife. She's you. Do you remember the Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
You
What sort
remember
of
how
question is that?
you remember how the mayor is short and then his secretary is like really tall.
Yeah.
That's how Mrs. Public and his wife is. She's also a fifth dimensional in, but like sometimes most of the time they portray her like like a tall like person, but like she's also a fifth dimensional imp, and she has been in
Yeah.
some of the older comics.
Mm. Yeah, they've definitely broken up, bro. It's no you're staying together with someone who has this big of a hard on for Superman. Hell no.
I forgot her name. Let me Google it and see. Uh, like wife. I can't pronounce her name. I definitely cannot
Uh,
pronounce her name. Mm.
do your best. What?
Oh, she was also in the animated
Oh,
series.
shit.
I don't remember it. Interesting.
Oh.
She, why did you see it?
No, I saw something else. I saw the casting for um Percy Jackson, the season 3 for Artemis and stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
we are going to talk about
yeah,
like the reason why I didn't give a tournament section is because we have a lot of things to talk about in regards to casting and trailers and all that. But like we get to it. So like let me go back to this. So Supergirl Survive is like I think I recommend it to anyone who likes comics. I think it's one of like the best Elseworlds. In fact, most of DC's Elseworld stories are great. So I don't even know what I'm saying, but like Supergirl Survive is really good. I'm excited to see what happens in the next issue. It's nice seeing Supergirl actually like protect Clark. It's an interesting dynamic. Like Superman is a baby, and then Supergirl is doing what she was sent to Earth to do, like trying to protect Carl as a baby, and then trying to survive. It's interesting. It's really interesting. It's an interesting take on the destruction of Krypton. Um,
Type shit.
yeah, but is there anything else? I've been playing a lot of visual novels. I've been trying to finish the stories of the visual novels I was playing, but like apart from that, I don't think I don't think I don't think done anything else. Oh yeah, Lanterns. I think Lanterns comes out tomorrow, so was- they're releasing it like one episode a week. So and then yeah, Reacher also came out, but I
Mm.
haven't. Reacher season 4 came out, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for like them to release everything, so I'll binge it. So yeah, that's it for the
Mm.
update
Type shit.
section.
Type shit.
And let's get right. Everything that we have to talk about, I think we'll just crash it into the shower thoughts section. But have you seen the announcements they made for D23?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
I said announcements, yeah, like I saw the
I think.
trailer.
I talking about the thing that came out like 2 hours ago. Different thing. I don't pay attention to the smaller stuff.
No, but yeah, but like D23 is like the Disney event, and like they give a bunch of announcements, and then they release like multiple trailers and everything. So like I'm saying, did you see like the
I
stuff?
just
hmm
no, I just saw the trailer.
You you just saw the Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm not going to lie. How did you like bro, the trailer was actually peak.
Mm, mm.
What you didn't like the trailer?
Honestly, I didn't like it. I just wasn't moved. Like I watched it and I closed the tab. Like that. That was it.
That's
I just watched it
wow.
and I closed the tab.
That's
I had
wow.
like some shorts. I had some like I had some like YouTube shorts waiting for me. In the tab next.
Bro,
Go
when
straight
when
to that.
when he pulled like the I for I Doom was like these they're cooking. They're cooking.
I was not feeling like they hit the line. The line is good that they added the line, but like I don't know, man. Mm, I
Bro,
was not. I was not.
bro.
I was not already. I was. I was not.
Nah, bro. He said
I just nah.
this nigga said hell answers to me for I am Doom. Nah.
I guess
They they
lines were read.
cooked. They cooked.
Uh,
Like the first trailer they released, I was I told you already, like I didn't care for it. I was like, eh. But like this one should have been the first thing. The first trailer should have existed. This is the trailer that should have come out. Like Doom just aura farming every scene was peak. The only issue I had with
eh,
the trailer is like when like when people are making like stuff, I feel like they just make things when it's cool, like to make it seem cool. But like when I'm looking at things to relate it to something I already know, like I pick on the little details. So like the last week we were talking about the fact that like I was like, why is this random government agent in X-Men hiding in the shadow and no one could tell she's in the shadow? Like it's a minor detail, but like it was annoying me because I was like, that makes no sense. In the same thing with like the trailer, the Doomsday trailer, bro. Like Sue Storm was
mm.
narrating, she was like, Doom has always been the smartest person in the room. I'm like, that's cap, that's a lie. Reed
Like
Richards.
when I first heard that shit, first I heard her say in the world, and I was like Reed Richards, and I heard the sharpest thing in the room. I was like, okay, sure, he can be used to being that because there's like a lot of rooms in the world. Not all of those rooms are gonna have Reed Richards in those rooms. So I guess I guess you can feel big if you decide to enter a lot of rooms, but like your husband is right there, bro.
I same thing. I was like, yo, like I'm just going to gloss over Reed, like, but then again, Reed in Fantastic Four is a fraud, so maybe Sustom can tell that he's a fraud.
Before you go on, I was just thinking, like I paused the video right there. I was like, he's like beneath Reed in like intelligence. In
Yeah.
terms of magic, he's beneath Doctor Strange. In
Yeah.
terms of like actual abilities, he's beneath almost like everyone, like actual like powers born from his body. He's
Yeah.
beneath like everyone else. He's like second best in everything, and then somehow I'm supposed to like see him to be this like unbeatable apocalypse like force. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much he aura farms, his ops are the Fantastic Four. That's who his ops are. I was like, all right, you know what? There's a Doomsday event about Doomsday, I guess. Let's see.
Yeah, but this we all know this not normal doom, so it's different. I it's different. I think that I think that's one of the things that annoys me about like the MCU fandom right now. Everybody is like, like no one reads comics, so like they're like lapping. They're like, oh yeah, Doom, blah blah. And I'm like, nigga, this is the only reason why Doom is this strong in the trailers is because this is God Emperor Doom. Normal Doom cannot do this. Normal Doom can't do this. I mean, unless he pulls one of his, I am Doom, like,
BS.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, apart from that, like, normal Doom cannot do this. This is God Emperor Doom. So you guys, like, they're glazing it. They're like, oh, I'm like, UMCU fans, you're all lapis, bro. They're all lapis. But yeah, so the I think another thing about the trailer, oh yeah, she was like, he was always the kindest person and blah blah. I'm like, yo, that's not true. that's that's not true. That's never been true. I've never seen any comic. The only person who do cares about is like Valeria Richards or is Valeria Richards. That's the only like do bro like you're cap right now,
Uh,
and, and she's like,
and his ex-wife.
nigga, he killed his ex-wife.
Yeah, but that was after shit happened, but for a while. So I guess you could say this is like pre whatever. But yeah, everyone's entitled to write their own backstory or their setting. Yeah, everyone can write their setting. Because I also thought Doom got his points from the Mist, and I realized that bro genuinely grew up in the forest with some witch doctor and learned magic from the witch doctor. It's
Bro,
completely different.
Doom was so like Doom is so arrogant that when Reed Richards told him that your device is not going to work, he's like, fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
He sacrificed his face because just to spite me. Bro, like like I was like when I was listening to um Susan's narration, she also says she says, oh yeah, she was like, yeah, I knew he was something, but I didn't know he was broken. And I'm like, you didn't know the guy who has his face destroyed was broken. Okay, I don't know if Doom's face is going to be like destroyed in the movie. But like if we are going by the Doom like from the comics, I'm like, you didn't know the guy who like created a machine that destroyed his face was broken. Like, bro, are we really doing this? Like, but
Doom can fix his face. But do you
I
think he keeps his face the way he does so that he can have an excuse to wear his mask? That will be when he aura farms. It won't be like he's like Piccolo that he's like he's aura farming just to get whooped. So he's aura farming in his mask and he has like a plausible excuse for it too at the same time.
I genuinely do like. I was thinking about it when I watched the trailer today. Like when I was thinking about all this, I was like, wait, Duke can fix his face. Why doesn't he just fix his face? Like, well, why does he like leave his face like that to like wear
Mm.
the mask? I don't know. But yeah. So you let's get back to you. Like you don't like you think the trailer is made.
The coolest part, which I can't even really call it cool, but the coolest part of the trailer for me was when Doom jumped off of a ship and like did some acrobatics in the air before landing. I saw that
Yeah,
guy
that was
twisted
cool.
like 3 times. I saw that I was like, damn, bro, he's doing all that. But at the same time, to like after I saw him there, he just like basically teleported onto the ground. I was like, I can see the CGI right there. That part kind of annoys me, but okay. That's
Mm.
why it's not really, really cool for me, but it's still like a cool part.
Yeah, it was cool. I think that was like I think that was the coolest scene, but I think the scene I liked the most was when he strike the ground, or he striked the ground, and then he resurrected the Sentinels, and he just like turned and was like, "I am doomed."
Oh
Like that.
yeah, I don't know. I just love my brain, bro. When I saw you pull up the sentence, I said that's crazy, man. Anytime I see someone fighting any team with the X-Men on it and you pull up Sentinels, that's it. That's like I don't know. If you had ability, is
Hate
this can
crime.
I say this? Like that's okay. It's like if you had like an ability of fighting a Jew, then you pull up like you know what? That's crazy, man. What would you do? That's basically what Sentinels are.
Bro, I didn't even think about it like that. That's wild.
That's how I see them, bro. Every time I see them, I was like, same thing happened in the X-Men 97 episode. We get to it. I was like, that's crazy. X-Men 97 was somewhat better still.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about just like why is Doom resurrecting Sentinels, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the honestly, I think if they are like going to loosely follow the comics, um I think Doom like did all that. He probably did that, but like I think he destroyed the world because he's trying to like prevent the um no, but that doesn't make sense
Corruption.
because he's not from S61. I don't know. Because in the comics he was trying to save like X616 by going through like all the different worlds, and okay, he was trying to save the universe so they can still make it fit they can still make it fit the plots where he's trying to like save the universe. So he's destroying the other worlds and the molecule to gather the molecule man, and it's possible. Like he didn't actively destroy the world, but like he was the reason why I started because he exploded. I think he exploded two universes and then they collided, and then the other universe started colliding or something. I forgot it. But yeah. So that's
Like,
a
why is
doom.
every villain trying to save the world, bro?
I mean, is Doom. Like Doom has always been Doom. The guy.
Yeah, I mean,
He
like Thanos was trying to save the world. Like everyone has been like, how about we have some guy who's just evil
no,
for
but
evil's
that's the
sake?
thing. That's how in the comics Thanos was evil for evil's sake. The only reason why the Infinity Saga happened because Thanos wanted to bank death. That's the only reason why the
Yeah,
Infinity Saga happened in the comics. But Doom in the comics, he has always been delusional. Like to him, he's always doing what he thinks is best for either the world or his people. That's like how Doom is. That's the whole one of the whole plot line where it's like well that's most of the plot, but like one word under Doom, the one word under Doom events, which was like really great. I liked it.
yeah. But I don't think that's how the MCU is gonna portray him. They're gonna make him like I don't say they're gonna make him sappy, but they're gonna put some greater purpose behind him. There's always this, oh yeah, but he's actually trying to save the world, blah blah blah. Like the last MCU villain that I can think of that genuinely was doing it for the love of the game. Like I have to think really far back, bro. The last person I can remember is like from Deadpool 1, Francis or whatever his name was. That
Yeah.
guy had no motivation, no reason. He was just doing it for the love of the game.
Dormammu.
Yeah, but even though Mom, you can argue he's basically like a force of nature. Like
Yeah, ish.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I was just thinking about that. That's kind of disappointing because Deadpool like this, I didn't like part 2 as much, part 3 as much. Part 1 was just great to me because the guy was just doing for the love of for the love of the game. Part 2 villain was just a kid and Cable misunderstanding, blah blah blah.
Mm. I don't remember what happened. I've not seen part three, but I don't remember what happened in part two, which is funny because I watched part two preparing for part three, and I don't remember what happened. Yeah. So, did you also see the Vision Quest trailer?
The Vision Quest. I saw that, but I didn't open it. I was like, huh, this has to be fake. Like I just watched this like an
What?
hour ago. Because I just saw these random trailers and I was like, huh, this has to be fake. And I looked at the views, like as I was closing the tab, and I was like, oh, it's probably real. But like I closed the tab, I was like, I have like RDC shots to watch now. Then I started playing the game.
That's
But no,
what.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I was watching the trailer, but I was like, I definitely don't care about this. I don't know who I'm watching this, so I just closed it. But yeah, I'll probably like watch it again. But like, Yeah. They released a Vision Quest trailer. They also released um Ahsoka season two trailer. I haven't seen Ahsoka season one, so I didn't even watch season two trailer. So uh, but I have to watch the whole Star Wars franchise. Like I have to start from um
You cannot. You will not.
yeah, true. I have to start from New Hope. Watch all the like TV shows and animation and everything. But yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. Mm. But yeah, they also released an Ahsoka season two trailer, which I haven't seen, and then they released the casting for X Men. Have you seen it,
Yeah.
bro? They casted like it's crazy. They casted Edie Navarrete as like Rogue, and I was like, she can do it. I think she can be a good. I believe she's a really great actress. Like I really like her. Like I told you, I think she was one of the best actresses in Superman and Lois. So I think she can play Rogue.
That's weird. So when there were like rumors for her, acting as Mystique, you didn't think she would be a good Mystique, but you think she'd be a good Rogue?
Yes, of course.
Of course. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would have
Mystique is.
thought otherwise.
I don't think she'd be a good Rogue. I think they are better. I think you can argue that they are better casting for Rogue, but I think she's so good an
Yes.
actress. I think she can pull it off. So it's not like I don't see it's like I don't see it's like an RDJ casting or like what's the name of the person they casted for Emma Frost? I can't remember her name. Like when they
Samara
said
Weaving.
yes, Samara Weaving. Like when they announced it like Indian Variety as like Rogue, I'm like I think she can do it. So I'm waiting to see what she does. That's more like how it is. I'm like
Mm.
she's so good an actress. I think it's possible. So I want to see how it goes and see what happens. But then again, these same people casted Sadie Sink as Jean. So like I can't really trust them. So I can't
That's
really.
crazy.
Yeah, you always say that's crazy because you haven't seen Brand New Day yet.
No, I don't. How should I put it? I don't care for what they're doing. I don't like you. I don't have any hope. Even from way back, the recent X-Men run, up
Mhm.
until that finish, I also didn't like their castings either. Even in X-Men, like first class. Like, I know I didn't like their casting. They're good, but I was just looking at them. I was like, these are not my X-Men, bro. These guys are basically like cosplaying as X-Men. And this new casting gives me the same vibes. Whether some of them are good here and there, the overall feel just gives me the same vibes.
I
Sorry, man.
mean, I haven't. It depends on what you're talking about. Like the only casting I've ever like I truly believe is the perfect casting for like X Men Hugh Jackman. Then the two actors they got for like Charles Xavier and Magneto like the first class. Like well I think okay I also think the
What about the original X-Men?
that's what I was
No.
about to say like I think the original Xavier 2 was like good casting. But apart from that all of them they were fine. I don't think they were fine. I think Cyclops was really good. The I
Yes.
think
See, that's if mentioned like what one, two, three, four people already from the old, like the first one. I'll add Storm to that too.
I don't remember Storm from the that was Haley Berry, right?
Haley Berry. Yeah,
I mean it was fine. I think
it was
it
great. We can leave it at that.
it was fine. Like it was
It was
fine.
great. It was great.
I
See,
think
it's just that yeah, there's
I
a difference between these
see.
two movies.
Hmm.
The second half of it, like the newer one,
Hmm.
they didn't have Wolverine in it, and the first one had Wolverine. They were very focused on him between the three movies. And so it's like even if the casting was great for a character, we couldn't really see much of them because the plot was so like Wolverine focused. Like Storm, Storm did like two things.
Yeah. So
I think every movie or something. So like it's
what I was about to say was like the first three like Fox X Men movies they were trash.
for
Like
who?
what do you mean for who they were trash? Like they were really bad.
For you? For you maybe?
No, they were bad. Like I rewatched I think I rewatched up to First Class last year. The whole of the Fox X-Men. One, two, three, and then First Class. The first three was really bad. It was terrible. What they did with Rogue and everything. I was watching it, I was like, the person who wrote this deserves to be shot. He should be hunted down and shot by Wolverine. Actually, he should be hunted by Wolverine. It
Yeah,
was so bad. Then again, when I was a kid, when I was I didn't really read comics. I didn't know, but like
and it was great back then, wasn't it?
great. I wouldn't say it was great.
Oh, interesting.
When I was a kid, I was watching
Intriguing.
it. I think it was fun. I thought it was fine. Like I don't like.
When you were a kid watching it, the Avengers weren't out yet. By the way, Avengers came in 2022. I bet you have seen Avengers one. Of all the superhero movies out there, X Men wasn't up your list.
Are you high? We had Spider Man. We had the Tobey Maguire Spider
Yeah,
Man. We
it
had
was up
and
there with them. A
Andrew.
bit
We
lower,
had
but
we
up
had
there.
the Andrew Garfield Spider Man, bro. Are you high?
Nah, I'm talking like 2011, bro.
Uh huh.
Yeah, X Men.
Well, I don't know about you, but me, I had watched all the Justice League cartoons, so like X Men wasn't X Men wasn't
It's not
even
for live
the only
actions because
X
yeah,
Men movies I liked was from First Class going, because
that's crazy.
I really liked Xavier and Magneto. Like those, I said I don't think you can ever cast a better Xavier and Magneto than those two they casted. Those two casted, they are up there with RDJ and what's his name? What's the name of Captain America's? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But like that's how good that casting was. So for me, I've always loved from First Class going. The first two X Men movies, I've never liked them. I they were always fine to me. And then rewatching it last
No.
year, and I was like, this shit was really trash. I don't know how.
Oh,
Like I don't like. No wonder they stopped making it. Like it was terrible.
it was a trilogy. They were done.
Yeah, but they didn't make movies. They didn't make money.
What? I don't know that. I've not checked, but see,
No, they didn't
X
make
Men Part
money.
Two, X Men Part Two, Days of Future Past,
Yeah, but
then the
that.
rest in no particular order.
Oh, you're mentioning the ones you think are good.
Yeah, X Men Part Two, Days of Future Past, the rest in no particular order.
I mean, Days of the Future Past is like after First Class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was that great?
yeah, I said the first
Mostly because
trilogy.
they focus on Wolverine.
I said the first trilogy was bad. The
And
first.
when I say X Men Part Two, I meant like the first trilogy, like the second part.
Yeah, I know you're talking about X2. Yeah, that shit was trash. Like those movies like literally did not serve any purpose, and they shouldn't have ever been made. The only good thing to come from
Shouldn't
those three, the only like good thing to come out from those movies was Xavier, Magneto, and then Hugh Jackman. That's the only thing that came out from the like first three X-Men movies. Apart from that, everything else was bad. The storyline was
I will
bad.
need you to pick up some gloves and fight me for your opinion. You need to box.
I'm just telling you how it is, bro. I'm just telling you how it
For
is.
you, once again,
Enough for
for
me,
you.
the movie didn't make money. So like I mean
Yeah, let me look this
the
shit up.
first oh yeah, the movies didn't make money. I think the movies from First Class going, I think they did worse than the first three X-Men movies. But like in general, the first three didn't make money.
So, and the new one that you're praising after the first two all made less.
Yeah, I think most of them made less than the original 3 years.
So the first three did better than the new ones.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So which
I'm not arguing that the first from First Class is better. That's not what I'm arguing. Hey, I'm not arguing sorry,
okay?
I'm not arguing that those ones are good. I'm saying they're at least better than the first three. I think all the X-Men movies we've got are trash. But I do think everything from First Class Going is better than the original three we got.
Everything from first class going is better than the original three we got.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, I can give you that. Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, so wait. So I saying that like a movie from the first three is better than Apocalypse.
Two movies from the first are better than Apocalypse
You are
and
laughing.
Dark Phoenix.
You are
I'm not
laughing.
laughing. I
Dark
put the
Phoenix.
money on it.
We don't talk about Dark Phoenix. That one there. But like
We don't talk about Apocalypse, or you don't barely talk about Apocalypse either. Apocalypse. I
what?
think a whole Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, that's X-Men Apocalypse is like one of the best X-Men movies ever made.
You're tweaking.
Bro,
You're hella tweaking.
what the hell are you talking?
What am I
You,
talking? See,
no
we can look
no
at the numbers. Oh,
no movie from the original trilogy is better than is better than what do you call it? Um X-Men Apocalypse. No movie from the trilogy is better than X-Men.
you know
You
what?
you have to
Ooh.
you see you have it when was the last time I watched any movie from the original trilogy?
Listen. When was the last time? 2017 or 18. Yeah, I was in high school. Yeah,
You need to watch that shit
17 or
again.
18.
Watch that shit again.
But I remember it by heart. I can mention word for word every scene that happened. Word
In,
for word.
in the three X-Men movies.
The trailer will be like, there's a reason why I'm glazing this for my friends. That
And
shit
how
that has it on CD.
and how do you think is good? Like I literally watched it
What do you
again
mean?
last year.
See, ooh,
The whole
you
plot
know
line
what?
with Rogue made no sense. That shit made no sense. That, the whole story
It
from the
did.
start to end was like I'm like, who wrote
It
this
did.
shit? It was so
It did.
terrible. Like I'm
It
not
did
even
make sense.
I don't even need to argue with you. Like there's nothing. The storyline fix it's
It did
so
make sense.
terrible. It's so
It did make
terrible.
sense.
People like we have to pretend it doesn't. Like that's the reason why when we're talking about what do you call it X-Men movies, the only thing we talk about is Xavier and Magneto. I can't remember their name. That's why you hear you no one has ever made the argument that the
Iceman
storylines
was cool.
from the first three. Yeah, Iceman was cool. That's true. No one will ever make the argument that the storyline
Cyclops
from
was
the
cool.
first three was good. Yeah, Cyclops was cool too. I also think
Tom was
Cyclops was
cool.
cool. If you say so.
Tom was cool. That's like half of the X-Men already. You can't just call all of them shit when at least half of them were just that good.
Shit, that's not what I said.
Terrible. They should have never been made.
Yes, the movies should have never been made. That's nothing to that's nothing to
You
do with
were
the
waste of space.
actors.
You were distance. It's an affront to humanity. I'm not calling you shit though.
Yeah, I'm calling the movie shit. I'm not calling the casting. Like when it comes to the casting,
Okay.
I think okay. Let me separate it. Personally, I think Cyclops was a good casting. I don't know why people
Mm.
shit on him. I think it was good casting. I don't know why people
I
say
think they shit
yeah.
on his portrayal because it was back then when they were should I say propaganda or whatever. I don't know I don't know which of these is propaganda, but it was like he was the bitch type close in a way.
Yeah, but like some people
Yeah.
also didn't like his casting too. But like I like Cyclops casting. I like Hugh Jackman's casting. I like Xavier's casting. Personally, I didn't really like Magneto's casting. Like I think Magneto's casting was bad, but people say it's iconic. So
It's iconic.
yeah, so I'm so that's what I'm trying to separate. So like if it comes to the casting, I think maybe 4 or 5 people. I think their casting was like good casting. But like the movies itself, all of them they were shit. It was bad. Those
Ooh,
movies, and Jesus Christ, the
ooh.
spandex. Oh, the black spandex. Oh shit! Like oh shit! You just reminded me about the black spandex they wore. Oh, they're terrible. Those movies are terrible.
You gotta pick up some gloves and box me for your opinion.
But that's when we jump into. I also think Mystique was also good casting. My bad.
Yeah.
Mystique was good casting. Her portrayal was trash though. Like it was really terrible. It was really terrible. But
What did she do?
she wasn't really Mystique. Like it was she wasn't really Mystique. Her portrayal was her portrayal was intriguing, but that's not Mystique. It was just a character who looks like Mystique, and they said it was Mystique. That's not how Mystique behaves. Um, but when it comes like all the movies after First Class, I liked all the storyline. I think the storylines. I think those are like the best X Men movies we've gotten. Like those are one of the best. When it comes to casting, I don't remember who plays Cyclops. I remember
Like I
that.
don't remember his name. See, it was like 20 years ago. No one remembers their name. Like 25 years ago, bro. No one remembers their names anymore. Unless
20,
like they're very, very great actors that we still remember to this day, obviously. But yeah. Oh, I remember. No, actually, no. I won't just give that as an
it
excuse
hasn't been,
because I remember too many people.
it hasn't been 20 years. Like, are you high?
2001.
First class didn't. I said first class.
Oh, first class. I thought you were talking about the original one.
No, 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 no. I said that. So everything from, because we first talked about the original three. I'm saying that everything from First Class. I think those are one of the like greatest. Those are the greatest X Men stories we've got. But I can't really like when it comes to casting. I don't remember really who played who. I do remember like they showed like Storm in like Apocalypse. That was, we don't talk about that. Like that's more terrible than Haley Berry in the original three. That was terrible. Like yeah.
That's more terrible than. You make it sound like Hillyberry was shit and this is the shit. Hillyberry was good and this is shit. That's the difference, okay?
Halle Berry was fine. I just think they didn't really do her justice
Do
as
much.
Storm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Which was
but
good.
I mean, if you say so. But like,
Yeah.
you can't tell me the first three Fox X Men movie are better than First Class going. That's not
See,
possible.
I've told you, yeah. X-Men 2, first, Days of Future Past, the rest in no particular order. Well, okay. X-Men 2, Days of Future Past, First Class slash X-Men 1, then the rest in no particular order. Now I'm bugging. I can actually put them in a particular order. X-Men 2, Days of Future Past, X1 slash the First Class, X3, and then, you know, Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse. Both of them can share the last word.
You, you yeah,
Yes.
yeah, fraud.
Yeah.
You
I'm a
don't
fraud.
you
Be
don't
there.
know, you don't know what a good movie is.
Be
You're a
there.
fraud.
I don't know what a good movie is.
You're a
You don't
fraud.
know what a good movie is, bro. Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse. More than half of that casting was shit.
Yeah,
Bro, I'll
but
put
the
a
movie
random
was a good
I'll put
movie.
reason because I was looking at like Apocalypse because I was, because of Xmen97. I was like, you know what, let's see what happened in the Apocalypse movie. Bro, I was just looking at like that final fight scene. I was just looking at this and I was like, man, this is something that was released in like 2014. It's so shit, bro. Move.
I don't remember
Hell nah.
do you mean the last battle they fought with Apocalypse?
Yeah, when after Magneto, switched sides, ah, you
Is it
betrayed me. No, I betrayed them. Gah! And I was just watching Cyclops and Beast Move and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
but if that's what you're saying, then you
Yeah.
can say that thing about every other movie that was made previously.
No, nah,
Yes.
I can't. I can
Yes, you
say
can.
the same for other movies like Apocalypse, which are just that shit. Sure.
You can literally say that about most of the old X-Men movies.
No, no, I don't think I can.
Yes, you can.
No, no, I don't think I can.
I'm not even going to make this argument. I'm not even going to make this argument. There
No,
was
I think you can
literally,
just look at the numbers and
look at the numbers in what I talking about.
you can look at what history says, who the people, never who, what the people prefer, what made money, etc., etc. I'm sure you don't trust ratings and all of that, but hey, you're gonna put a trust in IMDb.
I don't know what that has to do with if it was a good movie, but
Yeah, because we are now not going to come to a conclusion. Let's just let the world decide for us, and then leave it at that.
I have Rotten Tomatoes on my phone, so I can just check
If the
which
world is on your side, I will just accede to you, Michael.
which
Concede, concede to you.
I think you underestimate how people hated. Do you know how hated the Fox X Men movies are? Let me see.
Um, Not
X
much.
Men. Ah,
You
there's
know
no
how I
even.
hated. The new ones are, what do you even call them? The Sony, the Sony.
The first X-Men movie has an 83. It's Fresh Tomato. It has an 83. X2 has an
83.
85.
Ooh,
And then where's the third one? The Last Stand has a
yep.
61. Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Damn.
bad, but not that bad. Anyway,
That's terrible.
what do you
Yes.
think, bro? When you say that's terrible, I'm expecting to hear you say 35 or 40
No,
or
no,
less.
no. That means you don't know anything. You don't know anything about what do you call it? About how Hollywood works. It has a
No, no, no.
56.
I'm talking about your terminology. Open Quantumania right now, you're not gonna be seeing 60, and that's terrible. That is terrible. That's dog shit. You're gonna be seeing, I don't know, 15 or 10, 20%.
No, you wouldn't.
What? Hell no.
Quantumania has an 81.
That doesn't make sense. That's propaganda.
After you don't know how Hollywood works. It has a
That's
46
propaganda.
Rotten Tomato score and an 81% audience score. The Last Stand has a 61. Do you know how crazy it is to have a 61% audience score?
That's no, you know what? I've not seen Quantumania. Open Love and Thunder just to prove something to me. Hold on there.
Love and Thunder
I've
was
seen Love and
bad.
Thunder.
Though. Love and Thunder was terrible, but I don't know. Love and Thunder has a 76% audience score, and it has a fresh
Okay.
tomato. It has a fresh tomato. After it,
Of 60%,
yeah, 64% fresh.
64.
It has a fresh tomato. That's how hard it is. That's
What's the
how
audience
hard
score
it is.
for what's the audience score for X3?
X X3 has a 61% audience score and a 56% rotten tomato.
Alright. The world thinks it's very shit. No, yeah, well, I'll just give that. I'll just give up. I don't give up. This why see, yeah, let's just leave it at
let
that,
me
bro.
tell let me tell you now before we continue. An 80% audience score is mid. Okay. An
Uh,
80% audience score is mid.
yeah.
Now I just want you to know, like I want you to understand how it is. An 80% score
Okay.
audience score is mid. Let's see if first class an 87% audience score, an
Hmm?
86% rotten tomato, well, fresh tomato.
It means it's as good as the first two movies. They go
It's
head to
it's
head.
it's better than the first two movies.
By what, 1%? They go head to head.
All right, wait, let me no, bro, like more than 5%. The first movie had an 83% audience score and an 82%
Yeah.
rotten tomato score. It's ahead.
They are the same.
They are not the same.
Plus or minus five.
Yes, it was almost hitting a 90%.
It's close to an 85. Both of them are.
What?
You could say both of them are close to an 85.
No.
But you know what?
First
That's just the first
first
movie. You know what?
class.
I expected this. I expected this. Let's not argue. I'm going to trust the ratings. Yeah,
Ah,
it's ahead of the first two.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I don't know,
Continue.
like you see, people get this delusion that the first three movies were hated. The first four,
First three. The first two movies just had an 82. Let's just continue. Continue. Finish. Finish. I already said the first. I like
I literally
first
said
class and
an
Days of
83
Future
an
Past.
83% audience score is mid. An
And then
87,
87 is so much more better.
yes, an 87
No,
percent.
it's not.
See, a 90% audience score is let's
It is
say
not a 90 though.
it's a 7 out of 10. 87 getting to a 90 is way better than an 83. Way better than an 83. Bro, you have to
It's not a 90 though.
yes, but it's still way better than an 83.
I want to say wait.
I will say way. I'm the one who knows it. I'm telling you how it is.
I also think I'm the one who knows it.
You
I
don't
don't think it's way.
you know nothing. You know nothing. You literally
I
know
do. I know
nothing.
math. I know math and statistics.
That's not how it is.
You're eating. You know,
That's
you're eating into our
that's
time. We have an hour on this.
that's not how the
Let's move on.
Hollywood. That's not how the Hollywood is. But like next is what Days of the Future Past.
Days of the Future Past. Yeah. Kind of crazy. We went straight to Days of the Future Past. That doesn't make sense.
Ah,
Honestly, it doesn't make
a
sense.
ninety-one
I
percent
trust in
audience
Days of Future
score,
Past. I
and
trust in Days
ninety-one
of the
percent
Future.
audience score,
Oh,
and
brother.
a
Yeah.
90% Fresh tomato.
Yeah, understandable. Right, very understandable.
Uh,
Very believable.
bro.
You don't
I'm
need to argue.
telling
Stop glazing, but stop breathing so hard.
you're like
They're gonna pay you. They're
you're,
gonna suck you
you're
off.
delusional, bro. Like, how
I'm
can
not
you think
delusional.
how
Do I sound surprised?
how can you think
I
the
believe this was
X
gonna
Men?
happen.
How can you think that the
Ah,
X Men movies are better?
continue with the
The
remaining
three
two.
Fox
I
X
want
Men movies are better.
continue with the remaining two, my friend.
X Men
Please.
Apocalypse.
Oh yes, sensational, right?
Damn, bro. What?
What's the score? Tell me real quick, big bro.
A
Tell me real
60
quick, big bro.
a 64% audience score and a 47% tomato. That's
Ooh,
terrible.
oh,
That's
even
terrible.
that's looking worse than that's way worse than X3.
Yeah, yes, that's terrible.
That's
What?
way worse. That's X2. Yeah, well, the new one, part three. That's average wise, I think. But you know what?
That's
That's
wild.
way worse. That's so terrible, man. Let's continue though. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna stay too much on it.
Let me see. I mean, Dark Phoenix. We don't talk about
Apocalypse.
Dark Phoenix. So I don't know why.
Talk about it. Look
What?
it up.
I mean, I already know Dark Phoenix was bad, so I don't know. 32
Yeah,
is terrible.
yeah.
22% is terrible. But I already knew Dark Phoenix did terrible, so I don't even know. That's why I'm saying that we don't talk about Dark Phoenix. The only thing I'm surprised
So
is Apocalypse. That's the only thing I'm
I'm not
surprised about.
surprised. It's bad. Try to remember it, bro. What happened in that movie? The movie was bad.
I like the Apocalypse. Personally, I
You
like the
like that book?
Apocalypse.
I like the X3.
Hold on, I have to check. I have to check X3. The fact that X3 has a better Rotten Tomatoes score is crazy.
Yeah, like it had Xavier die,
That shit was
it
ass.
had Cyclops die.
I watched Last Stand last year. The way Cyclops that I will not
That I go hold, bro.
This movie is no, it's worse than Apocalypse. It's worse than Apocalypse.
I just told you we shall leave the world to decide. The world has decided,
No,
Michael. Let it rest.
if this movie was released again this year, it would have gotten worse. It would have gotten a worse what do you call it rating.
Sure, but this is the 2000s, bro. No, fuck that shit, man. Don't use the argument. The internet says what the internet says.
I think
I ain't gonna give you that one.
no. I think you don't understand how hated the
Uh,
original three is.
and I think you don't
You see,
understand how
people
hated Apocalypse and
see
Dark Phoenix is. That's half of your show. Half of their trilogy. What do you
that
call it? Quadrilogy?
Dark Phoenix is hated. Apocalypse is not as hated as the first three X Men movies.
It's just because
That's
Dark Phoenix has overshadowed this hate. It's still shit.
way before Dark Phoenix came out. Apocalypse wasn't. I didn't even know. First of all, I didn't even know Apocalypse did that bad in the what do you call it, like in ratings. But Apocalypse
I knew.
wasn't ever as hated as the first three X Men. The
Uh,
first three X Men, people wanted to pretend like it didn't exist. The only reason,
that's cap.
what do you mean? It's something that is there in Hollywood. I'm telling you, you should
Hugh
check
Jackman?
it.
You wanted to forget about Hugh Jackman?
You see, they are talking about two different things. I'm talking about the
You wanted
movie. I'm talking about the casting. People want to forget about the fact that the two movies existed. The only thing they want from the original two movies is Hugh Jackman. And then when they
uh,
started doing the what do you call it, the nostalgia thing with Multiverse of Madness, and they were like they were going to bring some people back. People were excited because they're like, okay, yeah, they are going to bring Xavier and the original Magneto because apparently their acting was good. I think it was fine. I don't think it was that great.
apparently they were. We loved that. That's why I don't think bro.
I rewatched the movie
What?
last year. It was fine. Like they are fine in it. I think Xavier is
Oh
good,
brother.
but like they were fine in it. It's not really anything. It's not anything we've not seen before. And then
What,
and then
what do you mean you've not seen before? What did you see before it, Michael? What did you see before the 2001 X-Men?
what do you mean what I see? All the movies I've seen so far. What did I say
Oh,
makes no
brother.
sense? All the movies I've seen
You
so
are
far.
talking about it after you've seen everything else. Back then, that was our introduction to it. Take it in its context. That's what I mean.
Back then it was still trash and it's still trash right now.
You know, this is why I made you pull out the Rotten Tomatoes so that we can stop this argument. And you're still arguing, bro. Let's just leave it at that.
Because you don't
What's
know
the conclusion
anything. Because you
from the
literally don't know
numbers?
anything
What's
about
the
what goes on in Hollywood.
what's the, what's the
Like,
conclusion about the numbers, bro?
what do you mean? What's the conclusion about the numbers?
Yeah, from the numbers you just read.
The first
What do
two
you conclude
movies
for the
did.
two?
The first two movies did better than all the three X-Men movies.
Okay. So according to the ratings as well, part two, what's it called? Days of Future Past, First Class, X2, X1, X3, Apocalypse, then Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah, I, all of X3 is above half of the new one. So all of the original one is above half of the new. You know, I can't give you that. It's so much better, and I can't really give you that.
Yeah, but what does that have
The
to
the
do
new one
with?
was twisted.
Uh, that makes no sense. That makes no
The new
sense.
one had two good movies and had two bad movies
The new one had two good movies, but
and two bad
wait.
movies.
But the previous one had all three bad movies.
Wow, what was it? 380. Maybe it's bad to you, I guess. I can't convince you. And to some
Because
stop
the
section of
first two
the
movies the
internet.
first two movies are still better than all of them.
Sure. And the first two old ones are better than half of the second one.
It
I'm
doesn't
not saying
it doesn't matter how you try
it
it.
can't be as
It doesn't matter the
yeah.
semantics you use. The first two movies are still better than all the X-Men movies.
Oh, rather sure. And I just rank them for you. The first two come first, and then all of the original one comes right after.
It literally makes no difference to my argument.
Me too. Same. Dito, right? We are the same, you and I.
that like that
Yeah, here's what I'll give you. Me now watching X-Men and probably like original Fantastic Four with what I know of the characters now, I'll be like, this is bullshit. This doesn't make sense. I would hate it. But that's not the me that watched those movies. Okay? Ça va? Yeah.
what are you
Because I
referring
like
to?
I like Doom in the original X-Men. Yeah, Fantastic Four. He was cool to me.
People also hate, like, you don't know that
I know
you
people hate him and I understand why.
not
It
just
makes
him,
sense to me.
like, see, you don't understand how, like, the history of like movies. But this is why I need you to get more into Hollywood. You see,
I ain't finna do that.
the first X-Men movie, the first Fantastic Four movie was hated. The second Fantastic Four movie was hated more than the first Fantastic Four movie. I like both of them. I think both Fantastic Four movies were good, but for some reason the general public hates it. The only Fantastic Four movie I think was terrible was the 2014 X-Men movie. That shit, we don't talk about it. It doesn't exist. But that shit was terrible. Like that was like Dark Phoenix terrible. And honestly,
Mm.
I watched only half of Dark Phoenix. I didn't watch the full thing. But from what I saw, I didn't think Dark Phoenix was that bad. But that Fantastic Four, I think, was that bad.
Mm.
We've already spent an hour. That's crazy. But yeah.
As I told you to stop. Just let the numbers decide. But you
Anyway.
wouldn't listen, would you?
Um. Let's get to Percy Jackson. Wait.
Percy
Wait.
Jackson.
Before we go into Percy Jackson, why were we talking about X-Men? We're talking about the casting. We're talking about the casting. We haven't finished talking about the casting.
Yes.
This is
And
ridiculous.
I said I wasn't too impressed because what did I say? No, is that what I said? I think I was saying something about it may not be. No, was he talking about Rogue in the Navarrete, Rogue Mystique or whatever, and then we went to the original one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah. I think you were saying something like this current casting is the same as like previous
So
X-Men casting.
I think I also mentioned that. Yeah, like I said for the what do I call the what do I call them? Is this Sony who made that like quadrology?
I don't know. It should still be okay. I don't think it's Fox. I don't know. I know
Yeah, it
Fox.
doesn't feel like it's Fox.
I know Fox is the first three. I don't know who made this. Let me see. Studio. Da 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 da. Oh, it's Fox. Interesting.
Still
Yeah,
Fox.
yeah, it's still Fox.
Right. Let me just call them the 2010s X-Men. Right.
Hmm.
Because for me, the X-Men have been the original one. So when I saw the new one, because I watched Days of Future Past first. And in Days of Future Past, it was like from Wolverine's POV, and it was like he went into the past and they had like young, you know, whatever. Like, is Days of Future Past even a movie for that trilogy? Look, it's part of the original ones because, yeah,
First
it was
Class.
them.
First Class was a soft reboot of the original trilogy.
Yeah,
So first, so
yes,
like
but
First Class and everything from First Class was supposed to take place before the first three X Men movies.
yeah. But we went straight back to the original like timeline where Sentinels are taking over and then we went to the past to go and see those. So for me, that was the first introduction to their young forms. And I was like, okay, this is them when they were young. I don't like Xavier's face. I didn't like Xavier's face. I'm not like to you. He grew on me after watching X-Men first class a bit. But at the time, I was like, I want that wizened old man from before. But and especially since after X1, which became like a peak for me for their characters. Apocalypse happened, that finish happened. The entire like casting roster, the people who were acting, they felt like they were cosplaying these characters for me, and that's the feel this new casting is giving me too.
I don't remember. I don't remember any casting from the First Class New Generation.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my point. At least you can remember more from the original one, apart from the
yeah, but that's because I watched it again
Magneto.
last year.
You still
Because
can't remember that. That's even worse.
no, what I said was I watched everything up to First Class.
So
Everybody,
up to first class.
yeah, I watched everything again up to First Class last year. I haven't seen, I haven't rewatched Days of the Future Past or Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix. I watched only up to First Class.
Mm,
Yeah,
well,
so like, and First Class, the only people who were like none of the original X Men were in First Class. None of them.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
only the random ass people in Mystique. So like everyone else from like I haven't seen this on Future Past, I told you already. So like I've seen Apocalypse, I haven't really seen Dark Phoenix. So like everyone from Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix is from like 2016. I don't remember anyone I don't remember anyone is inside.
Wait. You've never seen Days of Future Past?
No, I've told you that before. I've told you on the podcast before.
No. Yeah, but that wasn't in my head when we had this like argument for the last hour. So the only X-Men from the 2010s you've seen is First Class and Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix.
Half
And
of half of Dark Phoenix. I never finished Dark Phoenix.
half of Dark Phoenix. So uh, the only good movie here is First Class, by the way. And just from that, you already
First Class and
consider that to be
Apocalypse.
better than
Like I
just
think
First Class,
I
by
think
the way.
I think you don't understand how good First Class was. When I watched the original trilogy and I watched First Class, I was like, it was a breath of fresh air because I watched all of them like back to back because I was watching like what do you call it? I was watching it with like reactors. Like it was their first time watching it, so I was watching it with them because I was like, you know what? I haven't watched this movie in a very long time. I want to refresh my memory. So I watched all of them back to back. First Class was a breath of fresh air. Like when I watched the original trilogy, I was like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I watched this nonsense. Like I can't
It
believe I
was me
just watched
like
this
10
thing.
years later, bro.
I mean, when I was a kid too. I think when I was a kid, I didn't like it, but I didn't really. I
You didn't
can't.
like which one?
I didn't like the original three.
Oh,
I've always preferred the First Class ones. When I was a
so
kid,
you were born a heathen.
bro, I've already wasted enough time. So let's like like try to skip through.
You were born a heathen, bro. When I was a kid, First Class hadn't come out. When I was a kid, the Amazing Spider-Man and them hadn't come out. I'm talking. I watched the entire trilogy like in fucking 2009, 2010. And I continue because I had it on CD. So I watched it continually up until like 2011. Then I still continue watching it way after that because the CDs.
No, but like
Those movies.
I was keeping up with like the superhero world even as a kid. Like when I watched the original trilogy, and then a few years went by, the first class came out, and I watched first class because I knew first class was supposed to be like before the original trilogy, and I was like, first class, like as a kid I liked first. I wouldn't say it was a better movie because as a kid I didn't really know what like a better movie was, but I preferred first class to like the first three movies, way to the first three movies, because the first three movies I didn't really remember anything from that. I just didn't like them. I think I didn't like them at all. You
Have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog,
mean the cartoon TV show or the movie?
the movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
The guy who like sort of adopted Sonic. Yeah, he was Cyclops
Really
in the original one.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Me neither. I'm seeing it now and I'm like remembering it.
Um. Anyway, yeah. Let's get back to it. I also the current casting. I I don't think is I I don't like Jean Grey, so I don't see the vision of the casting because I haven't even seen the other actors in the TV shows they've been in. The only person I can vouch for is like Ini Navarrete. I'm like, okay, she might be able to like play Rogue. She has the potential to be Rogue. The rest of them, I'm like, I don't even know why um they are here. So, but we'll wait and see because I mean, Kevin Feige might be cooking. So, um, we'll see. We still don't know if Adam Driver is going to play Magneto. If that's the case, it wouldn't be bad, but I think they could do better. Um, but yeah, let's move into Percy Jackson. The season three trailer just
Driver.
came out. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not seen it. I just saw the casting like announcement for like Artemis, and I was like, oh,
Who is I saw her in the trailer, but I don't know who is playing
bro,
Artemis.
Logan, Logan's daughter,
Oh, in the 2020,
Daphne,
2017 Logan movie.
Daphne Keane.
So, like, why should I care?
Yeah, you're not up to date with modern day industry.
I'm listening.
So
Why should I care?
she was also in the like she's Artemis. Like I think well, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I think she fits the Artemis that was depicted in the book. Good casting there.
Wait, did you say I thought you said Aphrodite.
Artemis.
Oh, oh, okay, interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
changed. Okay, that's changed my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Okay, because the one I saw in the trailer was Aphrodite. So yeah, okay, let me see. Percy Jackson season three cast. Yeah, but like I watched the season three trailer. The trailer was actually pretty good. It was tempting me. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should like actually watch this TV show because I think the season three trailer was like really good.
I guess I have to go back. I still haven't finished season one. I got like halfway through. I think you were there when I got halfway through. Yeah.
Yeah, you also yeah, we also spoke about it. I don't, the books are like really good. I feel like watching the TV show might um be disappointing to me because I've read the source material, but the season trailer was pretty good and it made me kind of, and the trailer did surprisingly well. I think it had like 1 million views, which is crazy. Um,
Mm.
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like if I watch the movie, I'll be supporting like uh stupid decisions because it's like you know how I feel about the casting of Percy Jackson, and
Mm.
I would never forgive. You know that like there are some things like when like when there are some things when you do it doesn't make sense. So, like you know how like they casted Black Snape as Harry Potter. I'm like I'm like how do you call it? I'm like it makes no sense, but you know it's Harry Potter like and J.K. Rowling isn't involved. Like these are the people they are doing whatever they want, and I'm like you know Harry Potter is a good franchise. I'll watch it that way. But then Rick Riordan was involved in the casting of like the Percy Jackson, and like yeah, like if the original creator is involved, there's no hope for this. Like as in the like
Wait, hold on. Give me like 5 seconds.
okay yeah but yeah I totally forgot what we're talking about. We're talking about casting, but
Percy Jackson.
yeah, so like I don't know. I feel like I should watch it. I should watch Percy Jackson now, and the trailer was like really good. So I don't know. It depends. Maybe if I have time, maybe eventually I'll watch it. But like I don't think I'll watch it now.
Mm. I'll get back to it. I have stuff I have to catch up on.
Mm.
Man, I have to get motivation for myself, bro. Like there's stuff that I know that I have to like watch or read. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do this now, bro. Like, give me some slop to read. Like after I finished reading Holy Blood, I was like, I should go and finish God of High School. I was like, nah, isn't there some manhwa called I don't know, reincarnated in the Rim World or something like? Oh, give me some of that. I don't know, man. That's bad.
Bro, I restarted God of Martial Arts because like I didn't realize apparently God of Martial Arts, well not apparently because now I've seen it, but like it has 1,000 chapters. And I was like, when I was reading God of Martial Arts, it had like what, like 100 chapters. I was like, since when the God of Martial Arts had like 1,000? Because I started on Reddit, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start again. And I started again. I was like, yeah, this shit was trash, bro. This shit was trash. uh,
Yeah,
mm, um,
God of martial arts.
Yeah. But anyway, that should be all for like Percy Jackson. Do you have anything to add regarding Percy Jackson?
Yeah, I haven't seen it since the first season, so there's nothing I can say. I had reasons why I stopped. If you say the trailer for season three is good, hopefully they had fixed all of those stuff. Right now, or even I knew about stuff from season two from like TikTok, so I wasn't too impressed. But hopefully season three gets better, so I'll jump back into it
Yeah.
because it's Percy Jackson. But
Yo,
mm,
I wanted to
yeah,
ask you this. Apparently, like apparently Annabeth held what do you call it? The sky for like hours in the Mark of Athena book. I like it's been so
ours. Mm, maybe,
like
possibly,
li-
because it was Luke who was holding it, right? And then she basically, because Luke was like, sweating and suffering, she basically got tricked into taking it from him,
yeah.
and she held it for a while. And then Artemis came to save her, and then Artemis, she's like the patron for like young maidens, so she had to like help Annabeth, and then Artemis got tricked into holding it for her. And then when Percy then came to the mountain to come and save Annabeth, they're like, we can't beat these guys. I need Artemis to help. He
Yeah,
takes it from Artemis, and
I
Artemis,
remember all
yeah,
that, but like I was doing because like I remember all that. So like someone asked that question on Reddit, and I was like, it because he was surprised. It was like you apparently, and I was like, wait, that's not true. Like I vividly remember like Percy couldn't hold it for even a minute. Like he was dying,
yeah,
but then like everybody else was like she held it for at least hours. Like when you compare the
mm,
timeline between Percy's dream and then like them seeing Artemis and like all that yet apparently it has to be at least a few hours.
yeah. I don't believe that. Like you're never given a time, but I don't want to believe that because that wouldn't make sense. Like it's about will, but nah. I think she probably held it. She definitely held it longer than Percy, because Percy just had to hold it for as long as the fight went on. But I don't think hours. Hell nah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like people like did the like comparison. Like as I was saying with the dreams and all that, and they're like yes, yeah. And I'm like I'm like I can't really dispute that because they're like is like they're stating like facts from the book, like not like facts proving that she held it for hours, but like facts like about the situation, like as in Percy had a dream at this time, they did this at this time, blah blah. So like you can infer that it was like a couple of hours. I'm like, damn, that makes sense. Like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. It's surprising. It's kind of surprising.
Mm. Uh, then again, I heard he was like on the brink of death afterwards, so maybe because Percy was like he felt like he was dying, but he was good. Like after they took it from him, like rest of for a few minutes and got up. Like Annabeth was prone, gone, like she nearly died. So I guess but ours is kind of crazy. I'll just give it to her. That's a feat. Like, let's give her something. Let's just give it to her. Let's just give it to her.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm seeing some people saying I'm seeing some people saying that she held it for a day. But hey, let's just give it to her, bro. Let's just give it to her.
and it
Yeah.
is diabolical. Uh, bro, I still haven't finished House of Hades and read Blood of Olympus. I have to.
You're still a fraud and you're heating. It's not surprise. Not
I mean,
surprise.
it's only two books left. Like I literally have only
It's
like
only two books left.
House of Hades, yeah, House of Hades and Blood of Olympus.
They're the
Uh,
two best books, by the way.
yeah, if you say
From
so.
Titan, no, from part three, book three, book four, book five, they are the best part. You just glossed over 2/3 of peak. For sure, bro.
Book two was, let me see. Book two was Percy. Book two was also good though.
Yes, it was good, but book three was so much more better.
Book three was when they met again and
hmm
they had what happened? They had a war with someone.
book three was when all of them reunited and they got to the ship and were on it. Book three was when Percy and Jason fought. Book three, book three was when I've forgotten where they went to. It was something with Arachne. There was something going on with Arachne. Book three has so much stuff because everyone was there. So every other chapter would get like a character focused
Book three was an
scene and
Annabeth
fight.
book. That was the
No, no.
yeah, book three was an Annabeth book. That was the
Well,
whole
yes, it kind of was, but there was so much more going for everyone else because it was pinning off into Arachne, and because of Arachne, she and Percy fell into Tartarus. So I guess probably yeah, I guess, but like
yeah.
I guess yeah. Still great book. As I said, part of
And
peak.
book two
Book
was
four,
when Percy. Are you sure? I like book. I think book two was. I can't remember.
um,
I remember all the details about book three, so like I'm not going to. But like I think I enjoyed book two because I remember like them dragging the Titan across. What do you call it? But then again, that's the thing I remember like about book two. But like it was kind of cool when they dragged like the Titan across like the what do you call it? The continent, and then Percy like soloed one Titan. Like that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
uh, uh, yeah, he also soloed type. You mean like a giant? He also soloed the
Yeah,
giant in book
sorry, a
three.
giant. Yeah.
It was the same giant too.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, he came back. Wait, no, no, no. Wait. I thought he came back in the last book. How am I tripping?
Yeah, am I tripping? Hmm. You'll never know.
Okay, yeah, but that's with Percy Jackson, and finally we are finally done with the shower thoughts section. So let's move
That was
straight.
not the shower. But okay, I have something to say for Shoto, but I can't really articulate it properly, so I'm gonna leave it for now.
Well, we have to put it to the next one because it's already an hour and 90 minutes, and we haven't even talked about the main topic.
That's your fault, bro.
Mm. Um. So I jumped right into X Men, the last episode of Xmen97 season 2. We're going to give our ratings on it, and before that, a minute of silence to remember the episode. So, well, I watched it like 2 days back, so I have to remember like the episode to remember
I,
like
I
the
watched it
rating of it.
last night. And like right before this, I went on a walk and I was just thinking about it. And I knew I can't give you a definite answer, but eh, let's just think about it, bro.
Okay, let me see. Uh, okay, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I'm ready too, bro. No matter what I do, I can't not give it this rating.
Okay, on the count of count out from three, three, two, one, a seven.
6.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can I go first? Because I
Yeah,
got shit to
yeah.
say. I've got shit to say, man. Xmen97, my love. I put you on this series, by the way. I put you on. I, I proudly wore that badge of Xmen97 supporter, and I'm as of this season, I cannot wear that badge anymore, unless I decide to forget about season two. Because when we got to season episode five, after the Logan episode, I was like, don't worry, they got three more episodes after this, and they're gonna give us straight bangers. Two episodes came out, and I was like, some of them are like, you have that moment here and there, they are good. They're like a lot of them like eight, 8 out of 10s, but like
Yeah.
you are not delivering the heat you're supposed to, and half of the episodes were filler. How are you going to cook? I was like, you know what? The final episode is going to be an hour long. It has to be. I opened that shit up. I saw 30 minutes. I closed that. I closed my shit. I was like, what? You know what? Let's see. Because you can't cook. You can't, I'm trying to think of the greatest directors of all time. You can't, they can't do it. You can't perform magic. You can't do this witchcraft. And the best part of the episode for me was the first 2 minutes and
Mhm.
then the last 2 minutes. Dead ass. Because the first 2 minutes had like that little intro, because the intro went on for a long time, like previously on the X-Men. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, because this episode is supposed to tie in everything, and they tied in everything with the intro. I was like, that's kind of genius, but also very lazy. It shows you can you it shows they couldn't tie everything properly in this episode. They couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Everything else in this episode, oh my gosh. Oh, from the intro, right? I could see everything they're trying to tie together, and you could argue that everything they're trying to tie together came from every single episode, with the sole exception of the Wolverine episode, of course. But even that one, there's something you could say Wolverine has sedimental. I think that's the biggest takeaway from that episode. But every episode has something that was tied in back. But then, from looking at what was tied in back, I realized that all those episodes had filler in them. All of them were filler. All of them had half a filler. All of them were half filler.
Bro, I've been
How do you
preaching.
have half a
I've
season of filler?
I've been preaching that since the season started, bro. I've been preaching.
But I had hope. I told you when the episode five came out, I still had hope. I was like, at this point, we had like actual two episodes of bad, like very, very bad filler. But I had hope for the remaining two episodes. The next episode came out, I was like, they're setting something here and there. Maybe they'll do something with it. Went somewhere else, and I was like, okay, but you know what? Maybe we still. I just after the Gambit episode, I was like, okay, we're gonna get like an hour, maybe like an hour and a half for the
Yeah.
finale. So there's still hope. After 30 minutes, after I saw 30 minutes on that episode nine, I lost my hope. I have to, I have to let the guns out, bro. Half the season was filler, like because I could see bro. Oh my goodness, X Factor and X Force come together to attack the X Men at X Corp. X everywhere is X, I guess. X marks the sport or something, bro. All their fights, I was looking at them, and these guys are playing. Makes sense, but they're playing, bro. I'm not pressed. I looked at Jubilee. I looked at Jubilee fighting. Who did you haven't called that shit fighting? Or what's his name? Vulcan or Havoc or I didn't even name drop him anymore. I don't think they mentioned his name that episode. Like, how
Havoc.
do you go and entire Havoc? How do you go and entire season and two brothers never talk? They never
Yeah.
exchange a single word.
Yeah.
That shit
That's
never
that's
happened.
yeah.
Why?
That's wild.
Oh, they are fighting and then they are giving Jubilee like a little moment again. And I'm just looking at this and oh, they're like having this little plane fight and his shit gets blown up and he's floating. He's like, well done, Jubilation. well done. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Where's Apocalypse? Where's the big bad battle? I'm sat there waiting for Apocalypse to fight. This nigga appears. I looked at the minute. 9 minutes left. Telling me episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You brought him back in his full form at the ninth, at the 20th minute of a 30-minute episode. Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? Michael, are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? I wanted to mention this earlier, right? Because in the previous one, when their ship blew up and we were like falling, and they're like, "Yo, we can't stop the ship. I need
Uh-huh.
every telepath or telekinetic to help." And then this guy, Cable, just holds up like half the ship. I was looking at this guy, I was like, "So you can do this?" Because in episode two, also we had this argument. I was like, "Why is that in episode one he like killed himself and produced his powers? He was like this messiah guy." And then in episode two, he's just like shit, like Polaris beats his entire team and takes away uh Jubilee. No, he takes away Sunspot and Jubilee goes to like try and save Sunspot. No,
Yeah.
it's the other way around. I forgot which way it was. It was the other way around, rather. So that guy was still, very trash, that episode. I saw him do that. I was like, there has to be context that misses. There's like some conditions he needs to meet for his powers to activate or something, because
He
there's
can't.
no reason why he's doing all of this now.
No, that is he can't use his power that much because of technovirus because it'll kill him.
Yeah. But then when he can do it according to the writer's wishes, Bro can, but probably Solo have the cast, apparently. Because we see this nigga, after he does that thing in episode 8, right? He's not able to do anything against Gambit's forces. He's a bum. In episode 9, see this guy walking through. I'm like, oh, I see this guy. Here's one thing I came to realize watching this episode, and I guess this applies to the entirety of Marvel and DC. Sometimes the writer wants to write a story where this person does this and that. Except this person can't go from A to B because in the middle of A to B stands Magneto and fucking Thanos. How do you write him going from A to B with them in the middle? So you just write some bullshit to try and get them out of the way. That's how I felt watching this episode. You need to go and kill Gambit, and in your way stands Cyclops and Jean Grey. How do you write? Like, he gets by them. You know what? You can give some familiar bullshit for that. In your way next stands Polaris and Bishop. Do you remember how he beat Polaris and Bishop?
I don't think so.
He threw three rocks at them.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Three
yeah, 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 yeah.
three
And she,
fucking rocks.
yes, and
And
I'll, yeah,
she
yeah,
raised the barrier. That shit broke and they knocked out her and Bishop. How
yeah.
did you knock out Bishop with three rocks?
That's
How?
not the only problem. How couldn't she stop? There was because her control over the electromagnetic spectrum was so. They literally made a whole episode about how
A
she's.
whole episode I was there. I was like, wasn't she throwing around ships? Three rock. Like the rock shouldn't have gone through her shit. But let's say for some mirror, let's say she has been exhausted through her fight. Her fight oh, I'll get back to that later. We don't have to get back to it now, bro. They square up against X Force or X Five. I don't know which name they go under. And then she gets put to the ground immediately. I watched that and I was like, "Hello, metal? Where's the metal? Why are you not holding metal?" At first, I actually thought you couldn't control the metal around there, like, and they actually started tearing off them. I was like, "You could do that? You could. In fact, you don't even need metal. You can control force fields. What happened to that? What happened to that? Why are you letting? I've forgotten who took it. That was, I think it was Banshee or something. No, someone else hit it before Banshee. I was like, what? And the Gambit, who just woke up from coma, was able to put up more fucking points than all of you combined.
I know, I know.
Nigga, what?
I was like, that makes no sense. That makes
Nigga,
no
what? And you were so, I guess, exhausted, stopping like the rubble from falling on all of you that you couldn't stop three rocks.
sense.
Three rocks. No, don't ever let me see her pull up like a building or move a ship again, bro. Don't. I would enter my screen and punch it, bro. I was so pissed, man. I was just so pissed.
I mean,
Initially I thought Rogue and like the Beast and them, like when they're doing that whole select out thing, I thought like they were like next door. I didn't realize they're like on the other side of the world. So I was like, this girl has finished doing her business. Why hasn't she like pulled up yet? I don't like walk 10 meters, but I realized, oh, she's actually like far away.
Hmm.
So what are you saying?
I was about to say, to be fair, like she carrying a ship is different because like the ship is like all metal, so she can like control the whole ship. It's kind of different from using like the electromagnetic field to stop like a rock. I mean, she still should be able to do that, but like it's kind of different.
Mm, mm, sure, bro. I've seen the Sentinel one shot. No, I can't give you that. I've seen the Sentinels one shot niggas, and then Magneto stopped that same blast with what? Force field. Don't give me by it's Magneto though. He's being portrayed to be around that level. That should not have. But I think if you had exchanged with Magneto at that point, that exact same thing would have happened because they need Cable to get from A to B, and they didn't care about what they needed to do it. I'm like, on paper, that just doesn't make sense. Cable wants to kill Gambit. Who stands in his way? Jean Grey, Polaris, Xavier, Rogue. I should even count Bishop and Wolverine in that shit because Wolverine is supposed to be a problem, but he's not assistant most of the time. These guys are not strong. I'm sorry, none of these people attacking are strong. Like, hey, outside of like logical fallacies, things that we're trying to tie in this episode, that whole Nathan and his parents thing, the family, I was just looking at that bush. I was like, y'all are just playing, bro. Like y'all are just playing. Y'all playing in my face. Is what you're doing. I think if you go by episode, you can think of things that they tried to tie in. Episode one, Nathan and his I didn't like that shit. They were playing my face. Episode two, Jubilee and Havoc played in my face even more. Like that actually is pissed in my face, disrespected me, bro. So three and four was Apocalypse, except we didn't really see Apocalypse. So once again, the ninth episode, who after he came up, by the way, manages to knock down everyone with one hit, and then through some I don't know brainwashing wave, and he's immediately able to take over all. I know we don't know what Apocalypse's powers actually are, but at some point I have to call Cowboy's hand to start. How does he wave his hand and control all the mutants at one? I think he could have also done the same to Xavier if he wanted to, but he just wanted to torment Xavier. What? No. Gambit was doing butcher like this in episode 8 too. But he let it slide because I was feeling Gambit. But that was no, at some point I just gotta call it speed a speed. This guy's got bullshit. If that's what he paid off to from episode 2 and 3. Just to get one shot by Rogue. I expected actually like a fight. I expected Rogue to win, but I expected a fight.
Mm.
He just gets turned into a fucking gem. Bruce moving like Trigon. I broke the Trigon treatment. I was like, alright, bro. I guess. Episode 5, nothing paid off from episode 5 because Wolverine didn't do shit. Oh, wait, he had that Psylocke moment. Brain's already scrambled, meshes. We didn't see Bro again. Oh, I think we didn't see Bro. He got controlled. Yep, that's all he did. That's what episode 5 paid off to. What happened in episode 6? Polaris. Oh, Johnny. Let's just skip over that. Episode 7. What happened in episode 7? A night trip. Oh, okay. See, this is where things get good. I thought the only good part for me was the first minute, the last 2 minutes. Nightcrawler, my goat. I want to hear what you have to say on this, but let me glaze you first. Because I was like, imagine Michael comes back to hit on Nightcrawler after this. Because Nightcrawler is the only thing that saved this episode for me. I was frowning the entire episode. That and then they revealed that like the twist that he sacrificed himself. And I was like, oh, wonderful. This is one of the few times where I'm happy someone died. That's crazy, but I'm becoming like you. I was like, oh. But yeah, because when she and Rogue and Gambit were together, I was like, all right, he died, now he's back, now she's died. What's this Romeo and Juliet bullshit? But then Gambit the four to keep them together and kill happen. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Mm.
Episode 7 paid off wonderfully. Paid off wonderfully, my opinion. Episode
Mm.
8, episode 8 didn't pay off for shit. Yeah, episode 8 on this one was good, but it didn't wrap up properly here because Apocalypse. Oh, another thing before you get into it, but I didn't want to say something. Episode 8 happened because Apocalypse resurrects Gambit and he gets beaten by Gambit, killed by Gambit,
Yeah.
one could say. And he is trapped in his mind, or he's like within his mind or something. I
Mm.
dead ass thought first I thought it was an illusion. I thought I was in the show, but I thought I was a body double. And then he was actually in his mind. I was like, okay, he has some plan here. He intentionally allowed himself to die to unleash some greater plan. I saw that nigga come out at the 21st episode, uh, 21st minute of episode 9 with no plan in sight. I was like, this guy actually got beat. This guy actually got killed by Gambit. What? What? Michael, explain this shit to me. Explain this shit to me, bro.
I don't.
Uh,
Um. I don't know. I think it was part of his plan. I think. Um. I think I'll give it to them. I think it was part of
don't give it to them.
Apocalypse. I mean,
Don't give it to them. I tried to give it to them, so now I was like, why should I make up plot for the writer? How can I give you an excuse that is not on paper, it's not on screen, it's not canon? If I type that shit up, it's not gonna come up anyway because it's not on paper, it's not on Wikipedia anymore. No one knows this for a fact.
it does make sense, him because that like that's the only thing that can make sense. Like, there's no way Gambit to be able to kill Apocalypse. So the only thing that makes sense is he allowed himself to die. Um, but episode 9. So the reason why I gave episode 9 a 7 was because of the fight scenes we had, the animation and blah blah blah. It was, I think, it was just cool, like watching that. But like watching that episode, it was so disappointing. I think this is the worst episode of the whole season. If
Yes.
if you are taking into account how like I like the episode as a whole, I think it was the worst episode of the whole season because of how disappointing it was. Because I think everything was on the last episode, because we were like,
Mhm.
we're like, there's no way these people could not have cooked. Like, something should be coming. Like, do you remember the last episode of season 1 with Asteroid M, and then all of them getting teleported? Like, she
Bro,
was wild. But this episode
bro,
was.
in the last, oh, I shouldn't talk. Sure,
Mhm.
it's your session, bro.
Oh no, you can talk. You can talk.
In the last episode of episode 1, we actually had like a good Jubilee scene when she was fighting what's his face? I forgot his name. That guy. After he like beat the entire X-Men, and he beat them in a convincing way. And Jubilee was like, "I got this. What they gonna hit me with the 4th of July?" And that shit was funny, and she kind of cooked for a bit. Yeah, all of that happened in that last episode, by the way. Oh, don't get me salivating, fantasizing about things I shouldn't have, bro.
I don't remember that scene, but I remember like the major point, like the Asteroid M and all those things. Um, but yeah, this episode should not have existed. There was no point to the episode, and I think I can say that for this whole season. I don't know if you realize, but like almost every time we're doing a review, I'll be like, there was no point to this episode. I'll be like, there's no point to this episode. Episode 10 was the same thing. There was no point to this whole season should not have existed. I don't know why this whole season
Hey,
exists.
episode 4 is this. Calm down, bro.
What was
Hold your
episode
horses,
4?
okay?
What was episode 4?
How wise of your mother abandoning you. Do you think she realized your foul nature? That was episode 4.
When I started actually the recap again, I was like, yes, I remember his crash out. But anyway, I can't really say anything for like episode 3 and 4, because you can say it built up like Apocalypse. But even with that, the whole season still shouldn't have existed, because there was no point to most of them. So like 7 out of the 9 episodes should not have existed. Like, every single time I watched an episode, every time we came back, I was like, this episode should not have existed. So episode 10, see, first of all, I don't know which Celestial that was. Okay, like when
Let's know something.
oh, they mentioned his name.
At least in what I was there, his name was in the subtitles.
Oh shit, that means I didn't notice. I think I remember that name. Is it the Searcher or something? I think maybe that's the Searcher. Let me
Yeah,
see.
the searcher.
Oh, I was right. Anyway, I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but okay, that's crazy. Okay, so technically there are like three Celestials: Arishem the Judge, the nigga I just messaged, the Searcher, and the other one I don't remember his name. So I was like, first of all, because I didn't see the name. So this person I was like, wait, which Celestial is that? And I was like, I don't think it's any of like the big three Celestials because I'm like they wouldn't be wasting their time on like this, right? Like if like if a Celestial is wasting their time on like so like this, it'd be like one of the like lesser Celestials. Like wow, how was so I was like, it can't be like any of the big three Celestials. But then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Maybe when you enter that thing, you go into their dimension or something. That can be an excuse. But like, if it's like any of the big three, that makes no sense. They have more important things to do than this. But that was just something that was funny for me when I was like watching the episode. But like, what the hell was with Rogue's form? Where did that asshole come from? I'm like, what in the Wonder Woman golden form is this? Did, I'm like, did the writers just like sit there like go and read like death metal with Wonder whatever? Like, we can do the same thing. I, I, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, this like it was so surprising. It was funny. I'm watching. I'm like, Nick, this for giving assholes like every single for everywhere. But anyway, yeah, so that was like the first like couple of minutes when she did all that shit and the sacrifice thing and blah blah going for it. So I think you've said most of the things. You said most of what I think about like the entire episode. I literally have the same thoughts about most of the episode. I think it was strange that like Polaris alone should have soloed most of them and Gambit waking up and then beating everyone like that shit made no sense to me. I think it was kind of cool that Cable punched the ground. That was a cool scene though. Like when Cable punched the ground and then like most of this thing got destroyed. That was a cool scene. But like most some of the fight scenes, I like the Jubilee scene. Personally, I like the Jubilee scene. It was kind of cool. Um, me like
First of all, no cool. Also, what did Xavier do? He was with Cerebro, right? At some point, Cerebro boosted shit, right? Why didn't he, um, freeze everyone in place?
you mean Cerebra, but like I,
Cerebro,
I
yeah.
think I think it's courtesy. Like um it's like what do you call it, telepath courtesy. Like he tries not to invade people's mind without their permission if he doesn't need to, especially people who are not technically his enemies. At least like the version of Xavier in the TV show. The Xavier in the comics he's a dick, so he'll probably do that shit. But yeah, so fight scenes. Um, the logical points you put out, it was really bad. It was really really terrible. It's I think it feels like this episode was written forgetting that adults were also watching the episode. That's how I feel like it was written. I feel like they expected like kids to be watching it, so like they are just happy about the fight scene. They wouldn't think about it. And I'm watching this. I'm like, you all realize the same people who watch season one are the same people watching season two, right? Like it was just surprising. And the Gambit apocalypse look terrible, terrible. The like, I don't know what these were thinking with like all these random like forms they're giving. That shit was terrible. But then when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I think they're preparing for like a Gambit, an apocalypse Gambit, and a celestial powered rogue showdown. So I was like I became excited. I was like, you know what? Gambit's form is stupid, but like I'm prepared to see an apocalypse versus rogue. Like that's exciting. And then rogue comes and like touches him. A whole season. I just wasted 30 minutes times
Uh,
10 of my life to see Apocalypse defeated with a touch.
3.4.
No, no, no. Like, think about it. They made Rogue sacrifice her life to get a new form, only to touch him. Who wrote this shit? Who wrote this shit? Like, who thought of this? And they gave her a new design. No, think about it. They had artists sit down and give Rogue a new design for her to touch Gambit. That they spent $2 million on this episode. People, children in Africa are looking for food to eat. They spent $2 million.
All right, bro, calm down. See, I had to believe that the power that the Celestial gave her was one power only, Steel Apocalypse. That's what I had to believe. Yeah,
Nah, nah,
that's
nah,
what I believe that there was
mm,
everything else was just for looks. Yeah,
nah.
everything else was just for looks. Her only ability was Steel Apocalypse. I
If
think
it,
if she fought with that form against Polaris, she wouldn't have changed. It would have been like regular Rogue. I
that's
have
not
to believe that.
possible. Bro,
Uh,
that's not possible.
I have to believe that. Oh my gosh.
Bro, like the concept was crazy. Like, I was watching the episode there, and I was watching the last like few minutes, and my mouth was hanging. I couldn't believe that was how the episode ended. Like, I was like, no fight, no mega fight between Rogue and Apocalypse. This is how they decided. Like, I I couldn't believe my
Hey,
eyes.
that's not how the fight. That's not how the episode ended. That's how the conflict ended. Let's talk about how the
I'm
episode
getting there.
ended.
I'm getting there. I'm
Hey,
getting there. But I have to write about this because I'm surprised. Take $2 million, and they decided, like, bro, how can you prep something like this without like a major battle at the end? Because they didn't even fight. They didn't even fight Apocalypse. They didn't even fight Apocalypse. Jesus, it's ridiculous. Like, think about the whole season. They didn't fight Apocalypse. This is bad. This is so terrible. I can't believe the writers did that. Anyway, so she touches Gambit, and then at the end Gambit, like, sorry, she touches Gambit, Gambit becomes human, and they run and they hug each other and they kiss, and I'm like, do you think we're idiots watching this episode? You've just wasted 20 minutes of our time with no major fights in the Apocalypse, and you want us to be happy that they are together. Am I watching a romance drama? Like, bro, if I get the writer who did this, I'll snipe him. Nah. You see, when Bodimio left, I was like, you know what? They don't need Bodimio because they haven't really peaked as in season one, but they are smooth lining, like they're keeping it consistent. No, I was deceiving myself. I was deceiving myself. Those niggas need Bodimio. They should go and beg him to come back. Anyway, so all that blah blah. We find out that Nightcrawler sacrificed himself, and I was like, yeah, that's something he would do, and something he did to protect his sister. That's kind of cool. I like that. That was Nightcrawler's character. I was like, that I actually didn't see that coming. I was like, sure, yo, that's kind of crazy. That's cool of Nightcrawler to do. And then I saw the end sequence and I was like, fuck you all, fuck you all. Gambit and Rogue were sitting on the tree, and then they look at Nightcrawler and Nightcrawler's picture, and they're smiling, and I'm like, fuck you all you all deserve to die. You all deserve to die.
was it his picture?
I don't remember. I don't remember what picture it was.
Uh,
I think I don't
uh,
remember. I was so pissed that they were smiling. I don't remember what it was. But
yeah, that's true. I think they're just like together, sitting somewhere, looking in the distance,
no, no, there was a
and
book
they're
with a
like smiling.
there was a book with a picture inside.
I remember
Uh,
that. At that point, like my mind was like, because my mouth was open wide when that collided. So I was just like shocked. I was just like, mouth open as it was happening. I didn't pay specific attention to that like part of the montage.
yeah, I mean, Nightcrawler. You know me. Nightcrawler's death really didn't touch me. So I wasn't like I was more annoyed that they were uh, like like the ending sequence when I saw them smiling, I was like, I want to snipe someone. I want to stab someone. Your brother
You still
just
give it a 7. That's cool.
No, that's what I'm saying. That the
Oh.
the seven I gave it was because of like the fight and blah blah blah. But like the episode as a whole, when I think about it, this is the worst episode. Like this is the worst episode I've seen in the in the whole of X Men 97 in the season 1 and 2. This is the worst episode because still
Because
listen. Wait,
this doesn't have the excuse of being filler. That's the worst part. It doesn't have the excuse of being filler, bro.
bro,
We are
stay
not
with me.
episode
Stay
5.
with me. Don't worry. Stay with me. Your brother has just sacrificed himself for you. No money, no tears. You are smiling. You are smiling.
Yeah,
You are smiling with the nigga that's because of your decision. Your brother sacrificed forever you. Fuck you all. Fuck,
I want to believe that was like, 6 months in the future.
bro. I was like, if they spent like 5 minutes going through the fact that oh yeah, there was a funeral and then like they were sad and then the X-Men blah blah and then they decided to live
5 minutes.
and like they decided to live to like uphold Nightcrawler's memory. I'd have been yes. But this nigga died, and the next thing they are smiling. Fuck them.
See, that's a writer's problem, but I think in like
Fuck them, bro.
continuity, continuity or something like that, obviously. Because it was just showing like a montage, bro. Calm down. I
Yeah.
didn't even know if that was from the present. I think that might have been from like the past. Low key.
No, no, no.
Look, I think that was from like season one before, stuff started happening. Like, started from
Nah,
there.
nah.
Low key.
These niggas had one of their X Men die, and they are smiling, and
Calm down.
and then they change to the place where Colossus is painting. Like now he should be free from it. Said this nigga sister died, bro. This nigga sister died.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about loss, bro. We can't keep it to our chest all day, tomorrow. We gotta move on. We gotta actually honor the memory by being
That
happy. It's
that is
been like,
but that is a story you tell. There's nothing in this.
sure.
There's nothing in this season that has made me be like, oh yeah, Colossus can stop money his sister. Nothing, nothing.
Oh, I think that episode kind of, uh, as best as they could, they sort of, rounded it up for us. Like they could do better, but like for the bullshit they've been doing all season, I think it was apt.
Bro, don't get me started. Like
Mm.
that last 2 minutes, I was like, of watching it, I was just frowning. I was pissed off because I was like, yeah, they're trying to emotionally gaslight us with no receipts, no receipts. They can't bring their receipts and be
Uh,
like, oh yeah, 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 you should feel this way. Nothing.
this is why I say I think you're a night caller hater. You're like it's cool, but if you really tapped in, the awesomeness of Nightcrawler would have overshadowed all of this. All the things you're mentioning, my mind wasn't on them. I was just like thinking about Nightcrawler throughout. So all of those things, yeah, you should have been thinking of Nightcrawler instead, bro.
Why would I?
Would have made those last 2 minutes better. See, this why you're a Nightcrawler hater, bro. You have to join the Brotherhood.
It's not about me being a hater. It's about me being like it's something he should do. Like if his sister is going to die and he decided to sacrifice, I'm like yeah, like is that's your family. I would expect you to do that.
That's
Not
crazy,
yeah,
gang.
yeah. Like see that I think the two most important things in this world to me, I think, is number one God, number two family. So like obviously I didn't know he was going to die. I was surprised he did that. But like
And
when
he's a man of both.
yes, but like anyway, when he did that, I wasn't like, oh, I'm sad, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, of course, you should do that. She's your sister. Like what do you want me to do? I should cry for you.
No, like that makes sense. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, especially with the whole like because I know you hated episode 7. I think about what was happening in episode 7. I was like, yeah, that build up from there to make sense here.
I didn't even think
But
about that. Like all those things, they didn't
yeah,
even
see,
it didn't even
you
influence
see,
my opinion because I hated those episodes. Like, the only thing that was in my head when I watched it was like, yeah, she's your sister. You should do that shit. I would
yeah, this
expect.
is sometimes you gotta take things more into context, bro. This is why people have different experiences, man.
See,
This is why sometimes I can be
if I thought about episode 7 whilst watching, I would have been pissed off. I would have been annoyed. I would have been like, yeah, fuck that nigga. He should have died. In fact, he should die. Like, nigga wasted
nah, bro.
a whole episode talking about his brother. Do I care about his brother?
Uh, all right, man. All right. And the end credit scene with Mystique. Well, what is Mystique anyway? Because from what I know of Mystique, most of the time she's like Magneto's aide and she's supporting Magneto. That makes sense to me. The other times is when she's like doing her own thing, which she usually doesn't do much. She's like has some small purpose, so she should be raising like children to do some nefarious thieving activities or something like Rogue and Nightcrawler. But it's like because the way the end credits have ended, because in season one, right, when it was ending, we were building up Apocalypse. So we were getting Apocalypse season. Are we getting
Yeah.
a Mystique season? For what? Why is Mystique going to be our next like overarching villain? He's a villain for the X-Men, but like what's the motive? Is he trying to take over, destroy the like I guess Mystique can she's so dangerous, she could be anyone around us.
Mhm.
Morph can do the exact same thing. I'm not pressed. I'm not pressed at all, bro. Like,
Yeah. um, in the comics, I don't think Mystique has always been Magneto. I think that's like a movie or animation thing. Most of the time, she's just a terrorist. But like,
mm,
I don't know. I think they want to do like like a small because you know how we were like anticipating. Honestly, I wasn't anticipating Onslaught to come in this season. I expected him to come in like season three. So maybe it might be like one
mhm.
of those minor plot things they are trying to like pull. Because we still have to like get Onslaught. So we'll see. I like honestly after season two, I don't know. I mean, if season three comes, I'll probably watch it. But season two has been so disappointing. Season two has been so. It's been like I honestly I think they should have ended it in the last episode. This episode has destroyed. They, listen, oh, they spent $2 million on Rogue to touch Gambit. Think about it.
Did you
Think
actually look
about
at that
it.
number, bro?
Yeah, the last time that I typed about like how much an episode costs, and I mean it was AI, so sure it could be wrong, but like I'm assuming it's not wrong.
I would assume most of this is from like cost for like the voice actors and stuff. Maybe.
That
Uh,
makes it like I don't know why I seen that. It doesn't change the fact that they spent $2 million,
uh,
and
yeah. What would you give the season as a whole?
the season as a whole. I think
Rating.
I think I'll have to wait to because the last episode has really.
Yeah,
I
space you.
yeah I don't think I'll be able to give um an objective rating because I
Oh,
think
you got really because you must have gotten really pissed off. Because I watched it later than you, and well, yeah, can't give it anything above a six.
let me see.
Or am I still
Honestly,
biased?
honestly, I'll give you like the whole year. I'll give you like a 6.5 to a 7. Honestly,
Mm,
yeah, because I think I don't- while like the last episode was really bad, I think the season as a whole was like good. It's just that season one was perfect. I think that's the problem. Like I think the season as a whole
yeah,
minus the last episode, like honestly
yeah,
that.
but
Mhm.
but the thing is, if you take it episode by episode, that's kind of okay. But if you take it as a season as a whole, like direction wise, the season peaked in the middle and then fell off towards the end. That's bad for a series. Like that's bad for a season.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be peaking in the middle.
it didn't have direction. Yes, well,
Yeah,
it didn't. Yeah, yeah, that's also a writing problem. Yeah, yeah, I think it can sit like from a 6.5 to a 7, even with the writing problem. I think it can sit 6.5, but the writing problem was really bad because as like it depends because I'm like each episode wasn't bad. Each episode was like good. So if I'm thinking about it like that, I can be like 6.5 to a 7. But then when I think about the fact that's like as a season, as you were saying, most of the
yeah.
episodes which I've said multiple times did not need to exist because it didn't really add much to the story, like the overarching story of
Mm.
season two. It's like this was a waste of my
After
time.
episode four, after episode four, everything like direction wise was yes, it didn't go anywhere. Even the first half, episode three and four is what carried this. The first two were the first two, so especially episode two. No, the first two, both of them didn't lead to anything.
Yeah,
Like I
but
can take episode three and four as its own thing because episode one, two, five going were all leading to the same thing. direction wise, shit. 3 and 4 the only like actual great parts.
But me, like the thing is, me, I started questioning everything. It's not even about like I started questioning because me, it doesn't matter how good the episode was to me. After every episode, I'll be like, what was the point of this episode? That's what I've been saying like throughout like the podcast with me. I'll be like, what's the point of this episode? And every time I'll be like, okay, the last part set up something that might add to apocalypse. But like when you think about the whole episode, I'm like, this episode didn't need to exist. I'm like, it didn't need to exist. Like most of them, I was like, these episodes didn't need to exist. So I think they have
Yeah,
to.
because
Mhm.
no, I finished.
I think they have to go and beg Mayo to come back because these niggas might be cooked.
Yeah, I think he got like fired because of what is misconduct or something.
Yeah,
Investigations. I don't know what came out of that. Whether it's like actual bad things they did or it's just like no, they had investigations and then they go scared and cut him off. It was actually bad.
yeah, and they've been tweeting against each other. So like, he's definitely not going to come back. So
Damn.
they've they've been arguing on social media. Um, but yeah, I think this isn't as bad as like Young Justice. It's not like Young Justice level of terrible, but why why are you laughing?
I don't think we don't talk about Young Justice, but like, yeah, we don't talk about Young Justice, bro. They're not comparable, to be honest. Nah, like, yeah, how should I put it? Young Justice, Young Justice was because after the first bad season came out, I still give it 2 more seasons to try. Like, that's how big of a deal Young Justice was for me. Halfway through, like the third season, I realized, all right, there's not coming from this anymore. But X-Men 7 is just two seasons are out, bro. I don't believe in a future right now because I've realized they do not have the capacity or the brains. They don't have the creative ability from. I have to glaze Body Mayor, bro.
Yeah,
They don't have the brains of Body Mayor, bro.
yeah,
I
and
don't see a way up for them.
the crazy thing to me is, and I think this is the same thing. Well, this is kind of the same thing that was done in Young Justice, even though Young Justice was more prominent. Is the fact that all the characters we got in season one of Xmen 97 that are developed, most of them weren't used in this season. Cyclops and Jean got a backseat, Storm got a backseat. Like most of the major characters got a backseat, and I'm like, wow, why aren't we using these people? Like, why aren't we getting more drama and like emotional development? Like we got that in season one, and it was like good. Why aren't we getting like the same drama with these characters again? Like they've all been and the, Young Justice did the same thing, but I made it worse because like they literally changed the whole cast and told us it's Young Justice. I'm like, these niggas are crazy. They're high.
Yeah, see, Young Justice had the excuse of introducing a lot more people every time, at least in person or whatever. The main cast was mostly there, but additions here and there. The bad seasons introduced too many people. The outsiders, fuck the outsiders, bro. Me and my homies hate the outsiders. In X-Men, the worst part about it is they didn't even introduce like many new characters to focus on. It was like Polaris. I think that's it. Cable was in season one too, by the way.
Yeah,
So who were they focusing on? I don't know. I can't really tell you.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Hmm.
The point I was gonna say earlier was after this like that finale, it had me thinking about directing and writing, direction, whatever. So when I went back to like watch Wonderfuls, I was pissed already. I was just watching Wonderfuls. I'm like on episode 7. I think I'm like 2 episodes left. So I'm like getting to like the finale. I'm just looking at this and I'm just annoyed. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, bro? The fuck is this bullshit, man? Because
Well,
one thing
mhm,
I've come to realize from watching K dramas and from watching Super Sentai is that these specific type of Asian like Korean shows, Japanese shows, they are like anime or manga or webtoons.
yeah,
Like when I watch Super Sentai, it's exactly like an anime, like word for word. I'm like, this is if you and I were trying to role play an anime right now. This is definitely how you would act. Now, like, how this is probably like their version of like Nickelodeon cartoon, like Tandements or something. So it
Yeah.
makes sense why the acting is like this, but it's just so like weird and funny to see. K drama, they're like webtoons. I'm like, when I'm reading the webtoon, I'm probably not thinking about all of this. But when I'm seeing it in live action, I'm just seeing some of these like logic jumps here and there. It becomes so apparent to me. Wonderful's, I was watching towards the finale, and I was just thinking, like, why are you guys in conflict? As human beings, this you guys will be fighting over this, but it just happened. And I'm just like, I don't know if I plan on watching, so I don't know if I can spoil. But
You can spoil it.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna spoil a bit. But Wonderful is about um some kids who were experimented on when they were young, and then one of the kids, the main character is not the main character, but like the male lead. It was for one of the kids that he had telekinesis, and he like he basically blew up the place, and
Mm,
the kids go free. And it's like 20 years later, by the way, so they're all grown up now. And
mm,
then the guy who experimented and then came out of jail. He gathered some of the kids who were able to work, who like him as a father figure, and then they're conducting the experiment again. So the town gets infected. Some people start getting powers, and then the main character, who's this girl, she gets powers with her friends, and then they like join up with that telekinetic guy from the past to fight against like the new threat in town. That's
mm.
like basically the setting of it. So in this finale, right? No, this finale, right? They are fighting against, the niggas. They've gone to like their secret facility, blah blah blah. There's a whole plot that I'm not gonna mention it. But I'm just looking at these guys. I'm like, why are you fighting? Like, why are you following this guy? Like, he experimented on all of you when you were children. You were at most 12 years old. 20 years has passed. No contact from him. Some way, somehow, this guy pulled up to your doorstep and said, follow me. You decided to follow him. If I decided to give you Stockholm syndrome, out of the 100 children there were three children who felt good about him. Statistically, hey, that can happen. That can make sense to me. 20 years later, let me believe in Stockholm syndrome that much. I can hold you for 20 years. 20, 12 years to 20 years, whole 32-year-old adults. Niggas should have children by now, right? He says, follow me, immediately follow him. I can give you that. He says, use your power to make this guy die. Yes, master. How? How? You were not trained in any secret facility where they made it to super. They were just children. They were just experimented on a bit, and then they put them to the side. They didn't have like what I mean. They're not Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
They're not the Winters. They're not any professionals either. For 20 years, they've been living in society as normal people.
Mm,
That's the thing. It makes no sense for them to follow his orders to a T like that. Part of
mm,
the thing is that after the experiment, it turns out like they're all dying slowly, so they have to like gain a cure. And he's like, I'm working on a cure for you. So it kind of gives me understanding for their motivation for also like continually following him, apart from the Stockholm state. Like they actually trust him.
yeah.
This is like crazy. So I can give that a plus. But goddamn, bro. How do you live as a normal human being for 20 years and because of some guy from your 12-year-old like self when you're a child, you are using your powers to turn people into pancake? There's a guy with like gravity powers, he can flat you. What? It's just no. I'm just looking. I'm like, why are you evil? Doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. And the worst part is after they do those things, they'll be talking like motivation wise and whatever. Like convention, like you guys are monsters. No, you don't understand. It was there for us. When our parents abandoned us, we must die for our sakes. Are you sick in your head? You know, realize there's a certain logical leap in your statement just there, just now, bro. So it's
Mm,
these things where I have to like give concessions to the show, and I'm like, this is a comedy show, and it does what it's supposed to do best: be funny. Give me a joke. You're very good at that. You're very good at that. And I have to focus on that because other things will just start annoying me a bit.
Mm. I think I saw like a video on YouTube about Super Sentai where
Mm.
like some girl turned into a cat and was hit by a truck, and then some weird. I don't know if you've seen that this thing, but yeah, it was interesting. Schoolgirl turned into a truck, and then the other girl turned into a cat and jumped in front of the truck, and then she touched the truck's like body, and the other girl was like, "Oh," and I'm like, Which Super Sentai is this?" Why?
I sure. I
Yes.
sure it's first time.
Yeah, I'm sure because
Okay.
they turn into like the Power Rangers thing. I think I saw it on Instagram or something. I don't remember. But yeah,
Mm,
bro, like yeah, I started watching Super Sentai, but I couldn't. I was like, but this is too way too anime. I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
I can't watch this. Um, but Power Rangers. I guess I'll watch it again. I still think Dino
Yeah.
Thunder is the best Power Rangers ever to exist. So.
For sure. Yeah. It's just yeah. For me, Super Sentai. It's like one. I just realized you probably know this already. Parodies and act the that same way. It's just that we are like I don't know. We're used to it, or you see it in a different light.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's that same way per our standards.
yeah,
And two,
that.
I watch it
Mhm.
also for aura farming moments, bro. And niggas got aura.
Yeah,
Got aura for days.
I'm, yeah, Super Sentai. I mean, it's that's just how it is. I think I don't know. I was supposed to be getting like a new adult version, like Power Rangers movie. I think it's called White Dragon or something. It's going to be like an adult take on like Power Rangers. I don't remember when it's coming out. Yeah. But
Mm.
anyway, it's been 2 hours and 11 minutes, so we better end. Um, you didn't tell me what your rating for the whole season of X Men 97 season 2 is. Oh, you said
Six. I think it won't go above the
yeah,
six.
6, yeah, you did say that. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, guys, for episode I think 14 of the Matter Podcast. Philip, do you have anything to say before we go?
Old X-Men were very great. Uh, don't listen to anything Michael says.
Ah.
They should do better for X-Men 97. God bless. You know, as I always say, God loves you.
Yeah, God love you. I'll talk to you guys later in our next episode.